This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to learn more about supporting the show, click the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. It helps us keep the lights on here at Is This Adulting headquarters, or you can visit us at patreon.com/isthisadulting. Thanks. Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood and our struggles with mental health as overgrown man-children. Y'all, it's been a week. I'm best friend number 1, Stephen Pappas.
And I'm best friend number 2, Chris Grimmett.
Well, wow, you introduced yourself perfectly for the first time in God knows how long.
I know. I've been waiting for the right time to just finally do it correctly, just to throw you off.
And you've done it, you brilliant, beautiful boy. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate it. That won't be the case next week.
It won't be the case soon?
Yeah, soon enough.
I know. I figure it. It always falls apart at some point. Well, hey, this week, not only do we have a best friend with us, a returning best friend, but we have a set of best friends this week. So you know them from their podcast Geek History Lesson and their comic Jupiter Jet, which is on sale now. Go pick it up. It's really, really good. Please welcome Jason Inman to the show, and welcome back Ashley Victoria Robinson.
Hello.
Hello, best friends.
We are best friends.
Is that what we say?
Yeah, we're good at
Sure.
intros.
Great.
You say whatever you want. You are among
Hello,
best
enemies.
friends.
I know you're out there.
Oh no! Oh no! No one hates you.
There's a few
Come
people
on.
right now who are listening like, damn it, how did they know? How did they know I was here?
Because we saw your tweets today. That's how.
That's true. There is a good bit of vitriol for folks on Twitter.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a kind, loving place.
Chris, when's the last time you were on Twitter?
I don't know how to answer that without being embarrassed.
There you go.
No judgment.
I think I've been on Twitter in 2018. I think. Maybe.
I hope so. And
maybe.
While Jason may not judge you, I judge you.
That's all right. That's all right.
I just hope you know that. Well, we're going to get into everything in a second. Mental health check-in, do the fun ad, and hit the topics. But first, hey, do y'all want to tell people where they can find you on the interwebs and or your home address?
The best place to find us on the interwebs is at youtube.com/Jawin. That's JAWIIN. It's where we do all the YouTube reviews of shows like Arrow and Flash and fun comic book videos all the time. And then, of course, we always have the podcast. That's geekhistorylesson.com is the easiest place to find that. But it's everywhere, basically, that you can hear a podcast. That's where you can find Geek History Lesson. And then I'm on Twitter at Jawin, surprisingly, right? And then Ashley actually uses her name as her handle.
Yeah, I'm Ashley V. Robinson. If you want to pay my rent, I'll tell you what my home address is.
Ooh. Someone's out there. They will.
And if y'all want to pay
you gotta put it out in the universe. So
Yeah.
it'll come back to you. That's the goal. Oh my goodness. Well, my brain literally just stopped, y'all. We've been rolling, and I was having a happy moment, and it just stopped.
Is it
just
me?
stopped.
Is it my turn?
No. I mean, I prefer to think of it as never your turn.
Okay.
But
wow.
yeah.
All right, that's one way to go about it.
I love you though. And finally, as always, we want to thank our sponsor, Blueberry, for our segment where Chris pitches us a podcast idea that he's been thinking about. So, Chris, what are you doing this week?
Well, everybody, I'm here today to share a grievance with you all. Do you mind if I vent to some of my friends for a second?
Please.
All right, thank you. You see, the new Avengers movie has been quite a pain for me, unfortunately. And it's because it messed up my own debut of my series that I've been working on for years.
Oh, no.
You see, I've gotten tired of just the same old superhero stories where, they have everything figured out. Sure, they save the world. Whoop-de-doo. I've seen it 1,000 times. I wanted to hear more about the stories that brought us the heroes that we know so well. I want to know what it was like for them during those awkward teenage years. Because I have to believe that they struggled the way that the rest of us have. At least I want to believe that to be true. So that's exactly what I've done. I've spent the last few years crafting the stories of each and every Avenger when they were just mere awkward puberty monsters like the rest of us were. This podcast will share the stories of cliques that our heroes struggled with, embarrassing moments with their crushes, and of course, the horrible times when a pimple came up at just the wrong moment in front of the one that they loved. It's a podcast that I call Infinity Pores. Yep, you see, it was really unfortunate. It's at the worst possible time for them to be coming out at the same time, but it's all right. It's all right. I still think mine's going to have some success.
Right. I mean, you're very close to copyright infringement.
But not quite. I'm dancing that line, which is what is important.
I'm proud of you dancing that line. Well, to get the most out of your show, you realize you can't just upload an MP3 to the internet, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, there you go. This is why I do all that for the podcast. Yeah, no, to get the most out of the show, you need a lot of help. Have you thought about hosting that's fast and reliable?
I have not, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Didn't think so. What about accurate download stats so you know what your numbers really are?
I have been thinking about that, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
One
okay.
thing I thought. I've thought about
at
one
least
of the
you've
things.
thought about that.
Yeah.
But there's other things. Like, you're going to need help with the website because at the end of the day, you want to focus your time and effort on creating what? More content.
Yep.
So what type of material should we be on the lookout for with Infinity Pores?
Life for Thor hasn't always been easy, believe it or not, especially with him and his brother. In fact, for a while, they actually used to get along, but it wasn't until high school where their relationship started getting very rocky.
Asgard High School.
Yeah, they couldn't tell their family how bad it was getting between them, though. It would kill their parents if they had found out that their beloved sons had grown to despise each other. So the secret grew, and so did their hatred for one another. Our first episode is called Keep It Low Key.
Oh, your puns hurt me.
Yeah, these weren't the best ones, but I was pretty proud still.
Well, that makes one of us.
Hey, someone has to.
Someone has to. Well, hey, Blueberry offers all your podcasting needs, so you can focus on that. Everything from hosting all the way down to your own WordPress site.
Oh, oops, that's me. That sounds exactly what I'm looking for.
That's where you talk. It is exactly what you're looking for.
But, Steven, I've already started, so is it too late?
It's all good. Doesn't matter whether you already have a podcast or if you've always wanted to start your own. Blueberry can help. And hey, you're going to get your first month free in the process. Just head over to blueberry.com/BFF to get your first month free now.
That is pretty nice, but I've got a pretty loyal fan base, Steven. I don't want to lose any of my subscribers.
It's okay, but you're not going to lose any. I do have to ask, what do you call your subscribers?
Well, you see, many of the Avengers, they went to schools with other humans, and so they kind of stood apart from the crowd. So for that reason, my group is just called the Freaks and Geeks.
Oh,
Now, that might be copyright infringement.
It might be, but, that show got let go a long time ago, so you're okay.
That's true. Okay, good to know.
All right. Well, hey, you can migrate that over. You're not going to lose any subscribers, so don't worry. Go ahead and get to work on Infinity Pores or any other podcast today with Blueberry. And hey, get your first month free in the process by using our promo code BFF. We did it. We did an ad.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to thank the Academy.
You did very well. Well, now that we've done that, we are going to start off this week just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So, Chris, how you been this week?
It has been a particularly interesting week. So I've been thinking a lot about this for the last couple days because I had a really, really just manually difficult week. I was working a lot of like 10 to 12 hour days, and I was trying to do the best I could to help a lot of different people that were on my team. And by the time Friday kind of rolled around, I had found myself for the entire weekend being very frustrated because I was feeling depressed. And the thing that I talked with Kate, my wife, about was that I think that is what is interesting about the illusion that is depression. And that is that everything is always bad, that you never feel like yourself. When that's not necessarily the case. For me, I was still happy. I was still feeling decent, but there was a part of me that was frustrated because it just felt like deep down I was still very sad, and I was like there was something missing, and it was really, really frustrating to feel that way because I don't know if I was just tired. I don't know what was going on, but this weekend, I felt I had done so much throughout the week to try and help other people that I just shut down this weekend. And I didn't really, I wouldn't say it was restful. I would say it was more me just attempting to recover. And as soon as, the week started back up, last night I got so little amount of sleep, just struggling with, the stress of, and I'm about to start it all over again. And, so it's been kind of difficult because it's easy sometimes when you're depressed, at least if you know why, because you have something that you can like actively work towards. But it's much more difficult when you feel like you don't really have any real reason behind it, and yet you still feel that way, and you want to be honest with people when they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" But it's also not, I don't know about you, but like it's super awkward to, in the middle of a conversation that you haven't seen someone in a while, and they're just asking, "How are you doing?" They're expecting a "Great, how are you?" Not a "I'm
Right.
feeling really alone." That like will make everyone uncomfortable. So,
Right.
so because of that, I've been struggling some, and I don't really know how this week is going to turn out. I can hope for the best. I hope I can get some sleep and everything, but I've just found myself struggling, and it's really just the most discouraging part is when you don't really have an answer for what could solve it. And sometimes that's just, it just comes in waves and then it goes away. And so all I can really do is just ride out this wave for as long as it is, and then just keep being reminded that I have people in my life that care for me and love me. And that's the thing that has to keep me going. So it's not been by any means the best week, but I'm trying, and I think that's about as far as I can get right now. So How about, who should I send it to first? How about, since Ashley, you've done one of these before. Ashley, how have you been this week?
I've been okay this week. I have a lot of trouble sleeping, and I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping for like the past 3 weeks. And last week it finally caught up with me, and I got sick and had to take a day and not do anything, which is deeply frustrating because we're prepping to go out and do a bunch of cons. And so there's a lot of preparation, especially when we wind up leaving town for a week. We have a lot of things that need to be put in a row and moved up from a production schedule. And when you're ill and you're not sleeping well and then being frustrated on top of it because you're not meeting work deadlines is not the healthiest, not the best thing that you could do with your life. And it's one of those things, too, where unfortunately there's no great solution for it. So you just have to sleep a little bit more and then hope that you can write a little bit quicker. But it's all fine. Leaving in a couple days, and it's all fine because it has to be, right?
I get that. Well, I'm sorry that you've not been sleeping well, and I hope that you can get the rest that is needed before you go out. And if you're doing multiple, then I will very much be thinking about you, because it can be great, but it's also super overwhelming because there's so many people there.
I'm gonna sleep in the car, guys, because I don't drive.
Hey, I understand. Well, Jason, how about you? How have you been?
I'm about the same way, because I'm a guy who is constantly obsessed with a to-do list. Mm-hmm. And, it's the same kind of thing. Like, I'm shockingly going to these cons with Ashley. But we have 2 weeks of cons right in a row, and I always do the thing of right before cons, like I start getting super stressed out, and and I like to work out, and I like to like try to eat pretty healthy. Like I eat very healthy, except on the weekends. The weekends I totally toast it. It's donuts and just fried chicken everywhere. But
or when Steven sends us fudge at Christmas time and we eat it for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, did that come out okay?
Oh my,
so good,
dude! There was so many sugar rushes. Oh my god. So yeah, that's what like happens like every time, because this is probably like our 4th or 5th con of the year, and it's just like it's super. I feel like this ticking clock. at every second, like literally every second. I'm like, I don't know, man. I can't watch something to chill out. That's a waste of time. I got to be packing boxes, or I got to like do some social media things and make sure people know this stuff, or we got to finalize this script or this video or this thing over here. It's all fine once we get to the cons. Like I kind of let it go, but it's always like right before the con. Like it's always that thing of like just freaking out. So I'm in super stress mode right now. But that's just me. That's like my super bad time management skills all happening all at once.
Well, I'll say this to you as well. I hope that in spite of all of the stress that you're having, that you can feel that, maybe not that it was worth stress, because it's never great to have stress, but that all the hard work was worth it, and that you can finally rest once you're there. So, because, I'm sorry you're feeling that way.
Please send your good vibes that nobody who's infected with the disease touches us, because we live in fear of getting sick at conventions.
that is the thing. That's one thing. Like if you go to Comic-Cons and you talk to like the guys that table every single weekend, especially if you do more than one. Like we're doing back-to-back cons. And it's one of those things, if we get sick at the first con, it completely will blow the second con.
Oh, no. That's totally true.
And I feel like it's just like everybody touching everybody, so then like hundreds of people are just ill.
Yeah, it is. We sometimes have to, and like we mean no offense with this, so like we sometimes have to fist bump people because we're
people get weird about it too.
Yeah.
They get people get like really offended, and then you feel bad.
Yeah, but we're literally meeting hundreds of people, and we have to do that, or else otherwise the chances of us getting sick are very high.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, I understand. So, well, I hope that you have good health and that you have a good time and. Yeah, that's awesome. So, and have some fun travel. I hope that actually you sleep pretty well during the car ride. So,
I'm not supposed to sleep in the car because it's disrespectful, but it usually winds up happening.
Well, Steven, how are you, man?
This week has been the worst.
All right, John Ralphio.
The worst. No, okay. It's been kind of shitty, to be honest. Just a rough week. I talked about it last week. I was really stressed about some stuff, and I like blacked out and didn't eat or drink anything for like over 24 hours, and got super dehydrated. So I'm still like recovering from that. Because apparently you can't just drink a lot of water and be right back to it the next day.
What?
True.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. Oh, my dog's going crazy. He's upset about it, y'all.
Hi, dog.
He's probably like, oh, I heard my name. Because that's what I call him. I'm just like, hey, dog. No, yeah, like, I don't know. I wanted to bounce back faster than I think my body wanted to bounce back. And so this week has been more about detoxing all the bad food I ate for the last month while I was traveling. So now it's just about eating better, and I joined a gym. Like, what?
Whoa.
I did that too last week.
Yeah. Yes, I did it last week. I was just like, I only went today for the first time, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've gone 4. I've gone 4 times.
You're making me look bad, Jason.
I haven't joined the gym, so you're doing better than me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so I got into that again today and got back to running some because I need to do it on a machine because blah, blah, blah. We've talked about it before. I have a bad knee, so I have to do low impact. But yeah, I've enjoyed that. So like as of today, things are on the upswing, but it was just a real rough week. So hopefully that upswing will continue. And might I add, if y'all end up coming at any point to Heroes Con in Charlotte, you let me know and I'll buy you dinner.
Ooh, we would love to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully they'll bring us out.
Yeah.
That would be great. I've
always heard it's a good con.
It is. I've been there once or twice. It's a lot of fun. And
if you agree with Steven's statement, please message the people who run this con and tell them that you would like to see us there. And that can help facilitate an amazing dinner for all of us.
Yes, do it. Everybody, Twitter army, go. We don't have a Twitter army. Who am I kidding? If anyone has a Twitter army, it's you, Ashley.
Only when I'm sick and ask people to send me cute pictures of their pets.
That counts. That counts.
It's the best. That's when the internet works.
Well, as we covered in the last episode we had you on, Twitter is your superpower.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to Twitter shame people.
You were. Which, by the way, if I haven't sent it to you, I really need to send you a screen cap of the image that our lovely listener Katie drew of our little superhero team.
I think you did. I remember it, and because I have my phone out.
Good.
It was so good. Well, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share, an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, remember we're not professionals, but you can reach us at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. And even if you don't get an immediate response or a response, know that we read every single thing and that we are thinking about you. We just don't get the chance to respond to everything. Or if you want something where you'll probably get a little more feedback, head over to our Facebook discussion group, which is the Is This Adulting Best Friends. You can vent in there. You can post silly animal gifs in there. You do whatever you want. And it's just a community of people that are really, really cool and really, really supportive. So definitely check that out. With all of that done, we're going to move on to our first topic. So, Christopher, that's our topic this week, and you've kept me a little bit in the dark about what we're going to talk about. What's up?
Hey, we're doing a good old classic. I want to, actually, I've gotten a chance to get to know you since the last time you're on here, but Jason, I don't know that much about you, and so I want to learn some interesting facts about you. And
all right, let's go.
There's no better way of doing that than playing Would You Rather. I think it's a good way that we all just get a chance to kind of just learn a little bit about each other. So I just picked super random ones that I found that have different types of. I mean, most of them have some goofiness to them if they're not serious. But so I'm just going to kind of go like that, and we'll just kind of go round robin. We can talk as much or as little as we want about them. So here is the first one. I'm going to ask you all. I figured I'd start off with something a little bit more superhero-esque to be able to get everyone nice and comfortable, and that is, would you rather be able to control fire or water? So, Steven, how about I will start with you. We'll let the guests think about it for a second. So, would you rather control fire or water?
That's my dog.
You'd rather control dogs, is what you'd rather do.
It's definitely what Ashley will pick.
Ooh, is that an option?
Oh, that actually, I would pick that one too. So that's too easy. So we have to do either fire or water. Fire puppy or water puppy? Sorry.
Fire puppy sounds like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. But also cute, like an Arcanine. Okay, so I'm going to say I would rather control water.
Okay.
And here's the reason. I like water, but I'm terrified of it. And so we all know, long story short, Steven almost drowned when he was 12. And ever since then, not a big fan of water. And so if I could control the water,
that's smart,
and make it bend to my will, I think that I'd be in a much better situation. Plus, like, we've all seen the effects of dehydration over the last week. Water is true. Very, very important. Fire, on the other hand, what if something catches on fire? People are like, oh, you control the fire, you put it out. No. If I control water, I'll just put it out anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Boom. Roasted. Drop the mic. I'm done.
All right. So how about Jason? Which one are you going with? Fire or water?
Well, fire is a destructive element, and water is a healing element. There's not much fire in the world. There's a lot of water in the world.
Yep.
I'm going water. Because
that's
there's a lot. There's just a lot more you can do with it.
That's true. Ashley, are you going to go the opposite way, or are you going to also say water?
Oh, I'm definitely going the opposite.
Really?
Fire's the best. I don't like. To me, there's no contest.
Ashley's a Red Lantern, if you don't know, by the way.
No, I would be a Star Sapphire, I think. If people are into astrology, I'm an Aries, so I'm the king of the fire signs. I just always thought fire was really cool, and I just want to be a firebender. So.
But the Fire Nation was so scary.
Yeah, but also they had the best clothes.
They did have the best clothes.
They, like, Zuko's creepy sister, whose name I'm forgetting, so someone can tweet me and remind me. She was amazing, and she had the best outfit, and she had 2 cool girl cronies. Like, firebending is where it's at, and it keeps all the weirdos at arm's length. It keeps people away from you.
Yeah.
And, the water thing is tricky because people are basically like, we're just houseplants. Like, feed yourself, drink a bunch of water, and go in the sun every once in a while. Mm-hmm. But that would be too easy for me. So I'll take the dangerous, destructive one, thanks.
I just looked it up. Azula.
Ah, that's right. Azula.
Mm-hmm. For me, It's simple. I'm also going water, and there's a lot of different reasons, but
because you're a houseplant.
Well, it's because I can either at any moment be Squirtle, or I can also be Elsa. That's the reason why it's a best case scenario for me. And also, everyone has seen those really funny videos online where someone is like slipping on just some like black ice or something. That'd be a pretty hilarious, like with one of your loved ones, just as long as they have the ability to handle it. Not like grandma necessarily, but like your brother or something. Just all of a sudden you just and just really man, that'd be hilarious. So I like Jason's idea of that way. I'm doing things that are for the most part healing, and I'm not destroying anything. But fire would still be cool. But water, definitely water. I almost changed, but I'm going with that. Okay, so that was the first one. So now we're going to go a little bit different. And I'm going to say, would you rather go back to the age of 5 with everything that you know now, or know now everything that your future self will ever learn? Do I need to say that again, or do we got it?
No, I got it.
Mm-hmm,
So
I got you.
All right, so how about why don't we start off, Jason, this time? Which one are you going to do? Be a really smart 5-year-old or as smart as you ever are right now?
Smartest as ever are. I want the future answers right now. I'm one of those people that I don't think if I went back in time and changed my time stream that a lot of stuff would change. I really don't. And then there aren't a lot of parts of my life where I really regret or made bad decisions. So in my opinion, I'd rather improve my life now because the answers that I could have 20 years from now would be pretty fascinating.
Okay. Steven, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna know all the future knowledge too and here's my reason. It's a little less time travel-y and simpler than that, and therefore I'm not as intelligent, I feel. Mine is
no judgment.
No, mine's just like I loved the innocence of being a 5-year-old. Like I don't want to be burdened with the things I know as an adult. Some of the things as a 5-year-old. Like as a kid, there's this innocence and you still know about things in the world, but you don't have this intimate knowledge of some of the stuff. And when I was 5, I viewed the world as a completely good place. And I don't necessarily do that anymore.
Yep.
And so it would be nice to still have that from childhood, of that memory of knowing that, hey, like everything was, at least for me at that time, I was lucky enough that everything was good. And everything was pleasant. And so, plus I also want to know all the stuff, like all the stuff.
That's a good point. All right. Ashley, how about you?
I don't know if I brought this up the last time I was on the show or not, so I'll bring it up again, and I'll warn you that it's going to get a little sad, guys. My father passed away when I was a teenager, so I would give anything for more time with him, and going back to being a 5-year-old with everything that I know now, and how much more I appreciate the time that I did have, I would take that in a heartbeat. I don't need to know the future, especially if I can't change it. I don't need to know when I'm going to die or go senile. Yeah. So I would definitely take that. Also, I was super cute when I was 5. I could pull off those horrible plaid dresses with the lacy collars. Like I will return to that. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. So my reason is overly simple, and it's not nearly as nuanced as all the great reasons y'all came up with. I just don't want to go back knowing everything I know now as 5, because I can't imagine, because for me, what I would think would also be included in that is some of the things that when I was 5 that I really loved, like just sitting there and playing with blocks and thought it was freaking hilarious and awesome. If I know that that's not freaking hilarious and awesome now, then as a 5-year-old, I'm just going to be sitting around looking at a bunch of other people who have snot going down their nose and just being super excited. And I'm all by myself just saying, I'd rather be watching YouTube or playing like Call of Duty or something. And so because of that, I feel between that and Stephen, what you said, I don't know if I could go back into my childhood knowing some of the problematic things that I now know and not constantly be feeling just super uncomfortable and socially anxious. And so because of those two, that's the only other reason why. Because otherwise, actually, I'm with you. I really liked being 5 because I was much cuter then than I definitely now. And it would be nice to be able to relive that time where I knew I was cute and I was going to take every little second for granted that I could. But okay. All right, so here's the next one. This one is going to be a little interesting because I know that what some people's answers might be, but I'm curious if this is everyone's. Would you rather be only able to use search engines or only for a month, or only able to use social media for a month? So it's not all time. It's just for a month. All right. How about I go first? I'll be nice this time. Now it's no surprise for me because I'm already really bad at social media that I would pick search engines, but that's not the only reason why. Steven knows this more than most. I ask so many questions, and before Google was on my phone, I don't know if any of y'all ever remember this service that was called like Cha-Cha, where you would just text. It was like 242, and you could ask questions, and they would give you the answers to them. I asked so many questions on that free service that eventually they said, "Sir, we thank you for your questions, but you have been cut off." And,
oh man!
And that made me both sad and simultaneously like, that's pretty impressive and hilarious. That they had a discussion of what do we do with this guy, I know that there was a meeting out there somewhere just because of me, and so I asked so many questions. I'm just a really curious guy, and always, whenever I think of something, it's like, I wonder how that is made, or I wonder where that comes from, and I would want to immediately search it. So that's why I'd have to go with search engines. But that, and because I'm bad with social media. Ashley, which would you choose?
I think I would have to choose social media just because of work and the freelancer life. Also, I know where the library is. There's a lot of encyclopedias there. I think I could get away with it for not having a search engine for a month. I just write down all my questions and address them later.
Ooh,
but I feel like also none of the questions that I look up are life or death stuff. Like the last thing that I Googled was how many hours ahead of California is Iceland. My life doesn't make or break on knowing that it's 7 hours, because it's 7 hours, guys. I know that now.
Is it really?
Yeah. But I need that adulation of strangers on the internet. So social media for me.
I guess now that you say that, you've got another really good point of not only could you write down those questions and ask later, you could probably just put it on social media and someone else could Google them for you. So
that's true.
But I've already made my decision, so I'll keep it with that. So all right, Steven, how about you?
It's social media.
Yep.
I mean, this is what I do. This is my whole gig. So it's like, if I don't have social media, what am I going to do 40, 50, 60 hours a week?
Search.
I need to be. Yeah, I know. Just search everything. I could probably search what do you do when you have no life. Plus, without social media, let's be honest, Steven don't have a lot of friends in real life. No. My friends are internet friends and colleagues and podcasters.
Me too.
Right? It's just like, because here's the thing. I don't leave my house if I can help it. Because house is safe. House understands me. And so, I don't know. I like people on the internet usually. Some of them are assholes, but the majority of people are awesome. So, yeah, social media. I could go without Googling for a while.
All right. Jason, are you going with the rest of them, or are you going with me?
I mean, this is easy. It is social media.
Okay, I figured. I would be.
It really is. It's because again, it's the same thing. Like the only time I use a search engine now is I actually don't even use search engine really. I just type it directly into Google Chrome and let it go. So
well, let me be
I can't
clear.
tell you the last time I actually typed in Google.com.
Well, hold on. So let me be clear, just for the sake.
Yeah.
The search engines include the thing at the top.
I still go social media.
Okay, just making sure.
Again, library is I think I could survive without a month without figuring out those questions.
Who's that guy who's in this one episode of Arrow?
Or if I needed anything important, I have plenty of people I could call and be like, "Hey man, what's the answer to this?"
Okay, I'm the only one. I'm just the man of 1,000 questions. What can I say? It's all right though. It's all right.
You're the
also
outlier.
a social media unicorn.
That's true. Yeah, that definitely helps. But
look, I will
everyone else
gladly
is
give up
just on
social media.
I'm
I'll
asking
say
questions.
this. I will gladly give up social media any time if it wasn't necessary for like work. If you gave me a better option, I would have said no to it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Okay, not a problem. I get it. Okay, we're down to the last two. So first one, this is going to be more of a funny thought exercise. So, would you rather have to read aloud every word that you read with your eyes, or sing aloud everything that you say? So either way, you're definitely going to be annoying some people. You either, every time you see a word and you read it, you have to read it out loud, or every time you speak, you have to sing whatever you're saying. So how about Ashley? Why don't we start with you?
I try not to sing as a life choice, so I'll happily read aloud everything.
Okay.
That's fine. None of it's very interesting. I feel like most of it is nonsense on Twitter. And it would be annoying, but it would probably be most annoying to the people who theoretically like me the most. So hopefully I get a pass on that. But no, definitely not singing.
Okay. Steven, how about you?
I'm gonna go with singing.
I knew you would.
Because
I knew you
in
would.
my head, I'm just like, I already do that to an extent. Usually there aren't people around, I will say. I will just sing statements, especially if I'm looking for something. Like, I will make up a song about how I'm searching for it, because I'm a monster.
Yeah.
But, because reading aloud could get real weird. Because, like, okay, what if you're in the middle of a conversation? I do not condone speaking about people behind their back. But let's say you're in a situation where, like, me and my wife are somewhere, and we're in a very awkward situation, and my wife texts me, like, we need to get the hell out of here now. And I open my phone up, and I look at it, and I'm just like, we need to get the hell out of here now.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be
no.
hard to recover from. That's true.
Nobody wants that. So I'm gonna sing everything I say because, why not? Karaoke life.
All right, Jason, which way are you going on this?
This is easy. I think it's obviously say out loud everything you read, because that is totally less annoying. Imagine if I was in that situation right now. Everything I would say would be like this. Isn't this really annoying? Yes, it is, because it keeps going. That's very annoying. I can read stuff out loud. Yeah, it's nothing. It's no big deal. And most of the time when I'm reading, I'm by myself anyway, so who cares?
So this was an interesting one for me. And the reason why is I embarrassingly kind of do both of these. Not all of the
that's true.
time. But, I mean, Steven knows a lot of times I'll be in the car, and every time I see, like, a word, whether it's funny or not, I just start saying it out loud. And then sometimes I start singing it. So I usually don't give any thought to any of these questions, but when I saw this one, it put me in such a dilemma that I had to really spend some time thinking about it. And this is what I've come up with. I would rather read aloud every word that I read, or say, or you know what I'm saying, say
Yes.
out loud everything that I read. And here is my real reason why. There are a few times where singing what you say would be either very awkward or very inappropriate. It could be anything from, like, funerals. It could be, like, sad news or anything. Or here's the example I kept thinking about. Say you're talking to your doctor, and it's a little bit more of like a delicate situation. I can't even imagine just, like, it's if the doctor said, so tell me, kind of what's going on. And you go, my butthole hurts. Like, I don't like know how to be able to not make that super uncomfortable. And as much as I do like musicals, I don't think I want every single second to be one. So I would rather, I think you can play off a little bit more the reading out loud. You can get certain jobs where you narrate, where it makes it easier than others. So that's why I went with that one as well. Sorry, Steven, you're alone that time.
That's okay.
All right, and here's our last one. This is more of a serious one, but I'm just kind of curious what everyone feels about this. Would you rather never get angry or never be jealous or envious, whichever way you want to say it? Steven, why don't you start?
Oh, of course. I think I would rather. I think I would rather never be jealous.
Okay.
because the thing is, like, I'm a fairly laid back individual. Like, I don't get super angry super often. And when I do, I like to imagine like a lot of the things I'm angry about are justified.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, same time.
Yeah. Ooh, twinsies.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the reasons I get mad are justifiable. A lot of them are because of problematic things that go on in the world. Like, those are the things that really make me mad. And when I get mad at other things, I mean, it's not often, but I can deal with that. But jealousy is something that I've dealt with since I was in high school. Because, not to bring it down, but got cheated on in high school after 2 years of relationship.
Yep.
Not a fan of that life. And I've dealt with that. It causes more problems than anything. So yeah, I'd rather never get jealous again. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Jason?
I think it's never be angry is where I'm going to go, because I don't really find myself getting jealous that much, really. I'm one of those people that I generally concern myself with the only person's opinion about my life I really care about is my own. And I don't really let people's lives and what they do bother me. Like, sometimes, yeah, it definitely gets down, but like no more so than like driving around traffic and just getting really angry, or finding out that, like, you know, say your accountant makes mistakes on your taxes and you're like, no, like, because I'm one of those people that I go volcano when I actually get angry. So if I could just stay like chill and zen all the time around, I think that's what I would choose.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Both are very good points. All right, Ashley, which way are you going?
I'll agree with Jason. I also feel like in entertainment and like in the stuff that we do, it's difficult to not get jealous, because you'll never feel like you've achieved whatever goal you have. There's always somewhere else to reach to. But I think that jealousy can be harnessed in a really healthy way into improving yourself to get to that next level where you want to be. Whereas I'm a very emotional person and I get very angry very quickly. And I could do without that in my life. I think I've hit my quota on that, but I'm not mature enough to be able to step past it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is hard for me because I feel I experience both emotions pretty consistently. And so both of y'all made really, really great points to your sides. I think I'm going to end up going with not being envious or not being jealous, only because I think both can be very positive and negative emotions that can bring good and bad. For me, I think I have a decent amount of control over my anger, not all the time, but at least sometimes. But for me, I know my envy, I often look at other people. When I am on social media, for example, how often do you see someone that you see what they're doing and you're like, damn, they're doing so much better than I am, especially when I struggle with anxiety and depression. Like, it just, you start comparing yourself a little bit more, and it's not something I've always dealt with, but especially once I started being more anxious and seeing other people seem that they've got their life together a little bit more. And I think the envy emotion, if I was able to remove it, would provide a lot more healing and a lot more comfort to be able to be who I am and not struggle too much with constantly comparing myself. And so, although, God, I wish I could say both. I could take away, but if I had to do one, I'd probably say envy. But with that was just a little quick version of Would You Rather. Just wanted to kind of break the ice a little bit, get to know you a little bit more, Jason. Thank y'all for playing this game. Or if you call it, I don't know if you call it a game. What do you call it?
It's like a thought exercise.
Yeah.
It's a game. I don't know.
I mean, if we had drinks, it would be a drinking game, but it's the same idea.
That's fair. Well, we are going to play a game in just a second, but first we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Is This Adulting?
Hey, true crime fans, have you listened to Wine and Crime yet?
We're a true crime comedy podcast hosted by three childhood friends who chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash our worst Minnesotan accents.
Each week, us gals pick a true crime topic and pair it with a delicious wine before delving into the background and psychology behind the crime.
Then we share and speculate wildly about a couple of bonkers cases related to the topic.
Past episodes include necrophilia, cults, crimes of passion, cruise ship disappearances, exorcisms gone wrong, all this over a bottle of wine, or, let's be real, 3.
Listen anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod, and check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com.
Cheers!
Oh, hey, we're back. We're here. We did it. That was a long break. Oof. Guys, a lot happened during that break, let me tell you.
I grew a beard.
Chris grew a beard. It's
Like a Duck
not
Dynasty
attractive.
beard. Not a small beard.
Oh, I would be okay if Duck Dynasty was never referenced on this show again.
Okay, I'll try not to.
I would.
An
that
Abe
would,
Lincoln
we'd be
beard.
living.
How about that?
There you go.
Okay.
We'd be living our best life if that just never happened again. Anyway, it's game time. Hey, Chris, what game are we playing? We have 2 hosts. I think I know.
Oh, yeah. This is the game that we don't get to play that often because rarely do we have 2 friends on the same episode with us. And, I think that this is a really great match because Jason, Ashley, y'all have known each other for a long time. Me and Steven have known each other for a long time. And so I think that this could be a really good battle. And that is, I pretty much take a version of... how would I say, the Newlywed Game, so to speak, but if you've ever watched Parks and Rec, where Tom Haverford plays Know Your Boo, I've made a version of that where it's Know Your Podcasting Boo, or as I refer to it, Know Your Poo. And so we're going to just go back and forth, and we're going to see who knows their poo better. And
I don't like that sentence.
well,
Jason doesn't either. He shook his head.
well, we'll
I
get
like it.
past
I'm here. I'm in support of it.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. So I guess that works out that half of us like it and half of us don't. So we'll start. How do we want to do this? Steven, who do you want to go head-to-head with? With Jason or Ashley?
I want to take Ashley.
All right, so Jason.
Yeah, buddy, Rob and friends got to go against each other.
So that's going to be you and me. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the question. And I know that some people are probably thinking, well, this is an unfair advantage. Chris has had the questions. I promise you, I picked them very fast. I had my wife help. I barely looked at them. And to even prove that, I'm going to ask a question that I'm not completely confident if I know the answer to. And I'll let this one be for me and Jason. So Jason,
Okay.
we'll start off by I will ask you the question. We'll give Ashley a second to make sure she feels like she knows the answer, and then you are going to also be able to guess. So
I should wait. So I should wait, basically. Okay, got it.
I guess so, just to make sure that she feels confident with that. So the first question is, what is your poo's favorite television show? So Ashley, you tell us when you think.
Can I ask a clarifying question on that?
Sure. Okay.
Of all time or right now?
Oh, that's a good clarifier.
that is a great
That's a
question.
different answer.
That is
That's
a
very
great
true.
question. I am actually going to go with all time.
Oh, damn it. Okay, now it's
know.
going to be harder for me.
I know it's the harder one, and so that's why. Ashley, do you feel that you have an answer?
Yes.
Okay, so Jason, now here's the real pressure.
Oh my God, I don't know if I know this one.
I know.
I knew it immediately as soon as you said right now. I was like, I know exactly what it is. Oh man, of all time?
You know.
Okay, I'm going to go with MASH.
That's correct.
Oh, well done. Well done. That's a good point. So now I have to guess. So Steven, do you know your answer?
I do know my answer, Chris.
Oh man, this is hard because there's like 2 or 3 options that I could guess, and I'm going to reluctantly guess it's Lost.
It is not.
Well, you have a tattoo of it,
Bah,
so
bah, bah.
it's not a horrible guess. By
That's
any
true.
means.
I do have a Lost tattoo, but no, it's not.
What is it?
It's Community.
I didn't think that was your number one, but I knew it was up there.
It
Okay,
is.
well, it's all right. Hey, they're coming off strong, but it's anyone's race still. So here's the next question. This one could either be easy or it could be difficult, depending on just whatever. Just you'll see. So, who's the messier poo?
Oh God, I don't like that sentence.
Who's the messier?
That's easy.
This is really easy.
Yeah, like I said, it could be easy or hard. So, Steven, this time we can start. Who is the messier one out of you and me? I know my answer. Your guess.
Oh, it's 100% you.
Yeah, it is. I'm so messy.
Yeah, our dorm room, I
I'm a
would
messy
clean
boy.
it, and then it was a mess. Like the next day, it was horrible.
I'm
I
a
hated
disgusting trash monster, and
Yeah, you
I
are.
recognize that about myself. So I hate it, but it's true. So hey, we got a point. All right. It seems they're
did
pretty
it.
confident as well. So Ashley, do you know who is the messiest?
Oh yeah, it's me.
It's
Jason?
definitely
That was
gonna be
Ashley.
my guess.
It's definitely Ashley.
1,000%.
Oh gosh. Hey, that's okay. We're just spirit animal. You know, like we're kin to each other. We're both just very messy.
I mean, I know where everything is, but it's just not put away in a nice place.
well, that's nice. I don't even know where everything is. I just place
No, he
things
doesn't.
down and hope for the best. So, okay. Well, it is 2-1. It's still anyone's game. This is when it's going to get a little bit more complicated. So, all right. This is back to Jason. I'll ask you first. This is for you and me to answer. How does your spouse? Sorry. Oops. What does that say? Oh, I took some of these from.
Are we married now?
Well, I took some of these from Newlywed Games, and I
ship
forgot to
it.
change the words. So let me try it one more time. Where's it at? Okay, now here we go.
Where do you and your podcast host make whoopee?
If the answer's
did
not
you
in the
first say I
studio,
love you?
you're doing it wrong.
Let's see. All right, here we go. I had the wrong question.
On
Here it is. Which reality show would your poo go the furthest in? Survivor, Big Brother, or The Bachelor?
I don't think either one of those.
So I'm going to ask the question. So Ashley, you have to figure out which one you think you would go the furthest in.
What are the three
And
choices again?
Survivor, Big Brother, or The Bachelor. I tried to pick 3 of the bigger competitive type of reality shows that have ever. Do you need me to explain any of them, or you got them?
I just don't think I'd be good at any of them.
I know that's what makes it.
I have an answer.
I guess I have an answer.
Okay, so Jason, which one do you think she said?
I honestly think she would do the best on Big Brother.
That's what I thought.
Nice, well done, well done.
She doesn't like bugs, man. Now, if you would have said Amazing Race, that's the answer.
All right, so this one is a little difficult for me because I don't think that Steven would go very far in Survivor just because it's always dealing with water and he doesn't want to deal with water.
And it's hot.
And it's hot, and there's snakes, and there's all types of other bad stuff. So, both Big Brother and The Bachelor, you're surrounded by a lot of people.
But Steven doesn't like to leave his house.
This is my nightmare.
I know. I'm going to go with Big Brother because at least you get to stay in a house most of the time. Would you have said that, Steven?
Probably because my thought was Big Brother because Bachelor, I knew Survivor was out immediately. And Bachelor, I'm just too, weirdly polite.
But do you want to kiss some hoe who's been kissing everybody else you're cast on a show with?
I do not. But
Truly, no.
Technically, you can
that's
do
Big
that
Brother,
both on
too.
Survivor and Big Brother.
That's true. But that's not the name of the game, the way
That
it
is
is
true.
on
Yep, you're
Bachelor.
right. You're right.
Yeah, I'm. That is true. I'm not all about that.
You're right. All right. So, it is 3-2. Now, Steven, Ashley, it's your turn to guess.
Gosh.
And so me and Jason have to know what our answer is going to be. How
Okay.
does your poo like their steak cooked? So, Jason, do you feel like you have an answer to this?
I mean, I definitely have an answer. I don't know if Ashley does this.
All
Well,
right,
it
so- and I
kind
have-
of
I have my
depends
answer,
on where
too.
you're getting it cooked.
All right. Well, how about I'll let you think about it. And Steven, do you know how your poo likes their steak cooked?
Oh yeah, I'm guessing for you. Crap.
Yeah.
Knowing you, like a well done.
Steven, it's actually a trick question. I hate steak, so I would have said none. So unfortunately, we got that wrong. But now we're really behind. So y'all can really take the lead. If you get Ashley, do you have any idea how your poo likes their steak cooked?
I'm going to say medium rare.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And that's the right answer too. Like,
That's the answer from the fancy restaurants.
yes.
Killing it. All right. Well, we are.
Where else are you getting steak?
Oh, anywhere.
I mean, Ashley, are you getting steak from like Jared's Discount Steak Warehouse?
I
'Cause,
don't.
like-
Well, I don't eat steak.
Okay.
Like me.
But I've heard but I've heard Jason order it medium from places where I feel like he thinks it might be dicey if they could give a mid rare. So
Yeah,
Like
so-
the
sometimes
McDonald's
if
of steakhouses?
yeah, sometimes it's not the best place. I'll make sure and I'll cook it up. I'll take it up a notch just to make sure.
Hey, that makes sense. All right. Well, we're down, so y'all have to miss the next two, and we have to
all right, we're
be
on
able to
it.
get to that too.
Don't count on
it. All right. So the next one, this is for me and Jason to answer on behalf of Stephen and Ashley. So y'all be thinking about it. Who is known for doing more housework, so to speak, or who would be more likely to do housework out of the two of you? Do you?
Okay.
I think that we probably both know. Is that true?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll
yeah.
go first. It is 100% Steven, because it provides him a lot of anxiety to not do housework when it's dirty, and I can go for an embarrassing amount of time without doing housework, and not just cleaning, like laundry, groceries, the paying utilities, just really all the above. So, Steven, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. Between the two of us, yes. Like, if you're comparing me to an average human being, no. I've become more lazy in my depression. But
out of the two of us,
oh yeah, out of the two of us, I mean, I
still a
clean
go-getter.
probably, yeah, at least 10 times what you do. So,
all right. So, Jason, do you know what Ashley would say?
I think it's Ashley.
Yeah.
All right, this is a clean sweep. So it really goes down to, can y'all go a perfect 6 for 6?
yeah, we've already lost. We've never lost this game.
That is true. That's why I knew that they've been podcasting so long together that they would be able to be a perfect competition for us, and it seems that they have destroyed us. Well, here's the final one. All right, so Stephen, Ashley, you have to answer this on behalf of me and Jason. Who would be less likely to ask for directions when lost? So Stephen, you can start off first. Who do you think that I would say?
Oh, me.
100%.
Yeah, I don't talk to anyone if I feel like I could possibly inconvenience them. Like, I'm just like, oh, excuse me, I'm very lost, but I'll just
And I'm
wander
the complete
woods.
opposite. I would, if we even consider that there's the possibility we may not know where we're going, then I'm going to stop and have a 20-minute conversation with someone and talk with them
That is
about
true.
it.
And it's the worst.
And then
'cause, like,
ask
what
how
if
their life
they're-
is.
What if they're harmful? Like, that's how you become the steak at Jared's Discount Steak Warehouse. Like, you don't want to do that, man.
Worth it. Maybe not worth it, but I don't know. I love to talk to people, and I don't like to not know things. So that's why I Google things so often. So, all right, this is where it really gets important, though. This is for the perfect sweep. Ashley.
Oh, we're gonna get it. Jason doesn't get lost, firstly, and I don't know which way anything is ever. So he's least likely to stop and ask for directions because he doesn't need them.
That is
Jason?
correct.
Wow.
That is correct.
Congratulations.
I even have a story to back that up. Even one
Really?
time,
All right, let's hear it.
one time we were going to a friend's house to play an RPG game, and I couldn't quite remember the address of their house, but I knew generally where it was. And in the time it took Ashley to find the address, I had already gotten us into the neighborhood where it was, and then started recognizing buildings and got us to the apartment.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, that's pretty freaking impressive.
That's amazing. I thought I had a good sense of direction.
Well, just like that, this is embarrassing. We just got wiped out on our own floor. But congratulations for knowing your poo so well. Congratulations.
It only took 200 and how many episodes do we have?
215,
Yeah,
14, something like that. I don't know. I'm really glad I'm not going to get a poo prize. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah. Hey, that's the knowing your poo the best is the prize in itself. One day we will hopefully know each other as well as y'all know each other. Right, Stephen?
Sure.
But congratulations, you won.
Woo!
Yep. The first victory for another team in Know Your Poo.
Yeah, well, it's really anytime I play a game, I usually lose, and so I'm the bad luck charm. Steven always wins.
That is true. You're my beautiful bad luck charm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well, we're going to move on to the final topic, which is y'all's topic. And when I messaged Jason, I was like, hey, what do you want to talk about? Jason shot back something that was very exciting to me. And that was cartoons. And it's broad. So I'm like, what about cartoons? And I was like, I'm not going to ask. I just want to approach it however we can. And so I'm going to ask you, Jason, where do you want to take this? Where do you want to go with this?
You know, I want to take it in a lot of areas, because the reason I picked this topic is because I think that we don't ever lose our love of cartoons. I think especially in our generation now, I think if you have grown up, you know, somewhere during, I would say, the Disney Renaissance of the early 90s, if you were affected by that in any way, I think you never lose your love for cartoons. We can look at Incredibles 2 as proof of that. You know, I recently rewatched Aladdin in the last 6 months. It still holds up, and I'm enjoying the hell out of the new DuckTales as well. And I almost had an aneurysm when I saw Darkwing Duck in it. Which excited to me no belief. So I wanted to talk about cartoons because I guess I'd love to hear what are some of our favorite childhood cartoons that we still love, and any cartoons that you're watching now. Because, you know, I think if you go back 30 years, this is not the case. I don't think adults are watching cartoons. I think this is a very modern. I don't want to say invention because that's not really what it is, but it's a very modern trope.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because we are all roughly. I know that at least Chris, Ashley, and I are all the same age. So
I'm actually 57.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'm 44, and so I did grow up in the 90s watching cartoons. People thought it was weird, but whatever. Yeah, no, and it's true. And one of the things that it was a very close second for my favorite show of all time is indeed a cartoon. And it's a cartoon that, from listening to your show and from having conversations with Ashley before, we very much have in common. And that is my other favorite show of all time is Batman the Animated Series.
I knew it.
I am obsessed with it. I bought it when I had no money in college. I still managed to rack up that credit card debt buying it when it was out of print on DVD, because I was like, I have to have this series. I have to have every movie that came out of this series, just all of it, because that show molded the person that you virtually see sitting before you today. I got a lot of my values from that. I do occasionally punch people in clown suits, just due to that. Which is probably one of the negative things that came out of it. But aside from that, no, that show spawned my love of Robin, which spawned my love of Nightwing in turn, and gave me all of this life that I enjoy now. So, for me, that's the number one from my childhood.
All right, for me, it's rough because there are a few that I really, really loved. I love Batman. I loved really all of those, but I'm about to make a deep cut that I don't know if y'all remember or not. This was technically
Samurai Pizza Cats.
No, this was a
I've seen that show.
Hero show though, and I think it was on the WB or something like that, and it was called Static Shock.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I freaking love that show. It was one of my favorites, and.
Yeah, there's a bunch of comics from the same character.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Yeah. So just fun fact, I'm not nearly as in-depth on my knowledge of comics as I should be, but knowing that that's a thing, I need to look that up because that makes me very excited. So Static Shock, always been one of my favorites. I don't know what I loved about it. I think I love the idea of on the surf, or his, not surfboard, but the circular board hover thing that he kind of did. I love that show. I also love shows like Rocket Power and Hey Arnold. Just, there was something especially Hey Arnold, everything, it was so calming. Like the music, there was always like this like jazzy type of music and everything in there that I just felt like I never got old of that. I'm trying to think, what are some of my other ones? I'm curious what some of y'all's are to see if it kind of jogs my memory.
I really loved Sailor Moon, and they're still making Sailor Moon, so I never grew out of that. One of the reasons that Jupiter Jet's jacket is green is because Sailor Jupiter is my favorite Sailor Senshi, and her color is primarily green, and that was an inspiration that I had really early on when we were making our series there. And in a really interesting way, the show was brought over to Canada first. You're welcome for the English Geek dub. I have matured on a similar trajectory to the show, kind of like Harry Potter. I was the same age that Harry was when he graduated, when that book was published. So Sailor Moon is always the one that comes to mind when someone else has already brought up Batman the Animated Series.
Right. And the funny thing is, the second show I was going to bring up is Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And my favorite is Sailor Jupiter. We're destined to be friends. I was maybe dancing around my house the other day singing the Sailor Moon theme. Just kind of feeling real badass. And just prancing around singing it because it's one of the catchiest animated themes of all time.
And it's actually a song, because now they don't do theme songs, which is so sad.
No, they don't. It's just like, it's always just like music, or like, because I remember theme songs were like a big deal growing up. Like, I can still sing you the theme song to Tailspin and DuckTales and Goof Troop and all of those shows. Darkwing Duck, definitely. Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Pokemon, the song has just like become something else.
That
like
is true.
It's surpassed itself as a song.
If I were to pick some of my favorite childhood cartoons, the ones that really stand out to me are the ones that have this sort of ongoing story, this ongoing continuity, which is something that I love, and I kind of think that these cartoons gave it to me. Like Superman the Animated Series has a really strong 3-year continuity. Aladdin the Animated Series does. Darkwing Duck does. But one of the ones that always stands out to me that I'll always remember is Gargoyles.
Yes.
And that is a series that I cannot believe that Disney has not rebooted or made a movie out of or something, because it's one of the ones that I think is the strongest and the easiest to adapt. And it's one that you say that name and everybody's like, oh man, I love that show, or I watched that show. But that one was like, it was everything, because it was like magic and science fiction and fantasy and like multiverse travels all in a show about like these creatures that lived in New York.
Man, that's a good one. I completely forgot about that one.
And me being the spooky stuff kid, like, I loved it because of the gothic elements and like almost horror elements that it had in it.
But that was even a show I liked, which was surprising.
One of the big reasons I liked it, and I like subconsciously tapped into this, but I figured it out really quickly when I was a kid, is a lot of the supporting characters are Star Trek The Next Generation actors, and I'm huge into Star Trek.
Really?
But when Jonathan Frakes Commander Riker is your main series villain, I'm in like Flynn.
Well, what are some of the cartoons that you're really into now?
The new DuckTales.
The new DuckTales is actually really good, and I was very judgy of this very early on, and I didn't expect it. New DuckTales is really good. I've actually been rewatching Samurai Jack, which I think is so good because I haven't seen the new season and I really want to. Some of the DC animated movies are really good. I'm really excited for Death of Superman to come out here really soon. I haven't seen Batman Ninja yet. That looks really cool though.
I just purchased that, so hopefully I will be watching it in the next few nights. I'll let you know.
Exactly, like fingers crossed, right? But anything Pixar has done lately is amazing. Like I loved Coco. Coco was was fantastic, and then I am so jazzed for Incredibles 2 that I literally today just bought the tickets for the double feature in IMAX to see the original one and then the new one because, and I'm not a double feature, triple feature, marathon kind of guy. I watch the movie and then I walk away, but for this movie I was like, nope, I can do it.
I've been really enjoying. Toei's done Digimon Adventures Try, which is all of this original Digidestined as teenagers now. I really, really dig those. I can't remember if it's the 7th or the 10th one that just came out last week. But I've been really enjoying those. I've been watching them all in Japanese because I don't have the patience to wait for the English dub to come out. Also, Codecaptor Sakura just did the same thing and put out new content, which is amazing. And Netflix launched last week Agretsuko, which is their first show with Sanrio, which people probably know as the Hello Kitty brand. And it's very funny. It's a red panda who works an office job and hates her boss, and she blows off steam by singing death metal karaoke. It's great, guys. I highly recommend it.
I've heard about that. The death metal part is what made me remember.
I have not, but I want to watch it.
They're like 11-minute episodes, so you can watch the 15 episodes in like a day if you're like me. It's available in English and in Japanese, so if you have sub or dub preferences, then that plays into it very nicely. But I feel like in a post-Avatar The Last Airbender world... Oh, I also like Voltron. I feel like we're enjoying an animated renaissance now, kind of like we did in the 90s. And there was a real ugly slump when all the shows were CG, but really low-grade CG. And not in a fun, stylized way, just they were really cheap. And I'm here for it. And I love it when shows like Star Wars Rebels or Voltron Legendary Defender, when they realize that they do have a more mature audience, and then you can see the shift in the show when they become really good, because Rebels truly doesn't get great until the second season. And I
feel like Clone Wars did that too toward the end.
Agreed.
Yeah, it got way better, and it got darker, and I appreciated it way more.
Steven, any other ones you've been watching?
I'm finally getting around to don't yell at me, anybody on the internet, which you all do. That's what the internet does. I'm finally getting around to watching Legend of Korra now.
Hey,
did you watch Avatar first?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good man.
I watched it growing up. And I rewatched it again in college. I was always like, I don't know about something in the Avatar universe. I'm nervous, and I always heard it was great. And I was like, well, I'm down. Like, let's see what it's about. And I love it. I don't think anything will be on par with Avatar. And definitely Airbender. Definitely don't, anybody out there who doesn't know cartoons, don't get confused. I'm not talking about the weird blue people movie. No. No offense if you're an Avatar fan, but I was not. But I've been watching a lot of that to skew more toward some Japanese animation. I've been rewatching a lot of Miyazaki films.
Nice. I just rewatched Kiki's Delivery Service for no reason at all, but then I love it.
Because it's good. Because it's great. I haven't watched with my wife yet. I keep telling her, like, you have to watch Princess Mononoke. Like, you have to. And we haven't watched it yet, but I rewatched, the big ones, Spirited Away, Ponyo, My Neighbor Totoro, all that good stuff. I've been watching Death Note for the first time. It's weird.
Don't watch the Netflix movie.
I heard it was real bad.
Yeah.
Which makes me sad because I've enjoyed the series. It's weird as all get out, but I like dark and I like weird. And so I've definitely liked that. But other than that, not too much. If I'm ever in like I need old school nostalgia animation mode, I pop on Batman animated series. I pop on Pokemon on Netflix and just watch the old original Indigo League stuff and realize how dumb it was and how much I love it. Because like looking back, I'm like, oh, this dialogue is rough. But I still love it so very much. And yeah, here comes the like stereotypical teenage boy anime, but I mean, I still love anything in the Dragon Ball universe. I do. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I have all of the original, well, not the original series, but all of Z on Blu-ray. And every once in a while, I'll just pop one in and realize just most of that show is just people yelling. It's just people yelling and powering up. But, I mean, it's all right. It's a good turn my brain off anime.
Have you seen the viral video that's been going around lately of, it's like videos just cutscenes of the different voice actors yelling in different scenes from Dragon Ball Z, and it's really, really funny.
No, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And of course, totally off topic, Bob's Burgers.
Yep, that's the other one I was going to say.
Because Louise is my spirit animal, so.
Tina is mine. I don't know why, but I just love her.
No, she is.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Or do you watch any, Chris?
Well, Bob's Burgers was the main one I was going to say that I still turn on all the time. A couple years ago, I went back through pretty much all of the Pokemon, both watching them as well as I went super into. I found my old Game Boy with just like Pokemon Yellow and played it pretty much nonstop for a week and a half and realized I had put in an embarrassing amount of time playing that. So I finally put that down. It's been a while, but a while back I watched BoJack Horseman just because that's another one that
show's really good.
Yeah, that it's so different, but it's really, really creative and unique in that way. I'm trying to think. I haven't got into it, but I've heard that Big Mouth is really funny, and from Netflix, which has like Nick Kroll, Maya Rudolph, and so many other type of people. So I want to check that one out at some point. But Kate isn't as big of a fan of watching. She loves cartoons, like Dragon Ball Z is like one of her favorite shows. But adult cartoons, she's not as into watching as much. And by adult cartoons, she's mostly think of like Family Guy or something. But
right.
But now and then we'll go back and just watch some really, really just treasured memories, which I really appreciate. So I don't watch them all the time, but I definitely still get a good taste now and then.
Well, Chris, before we get out of here, I do need to you need to leave for a second. I need to have special Jason, Ashley, and Steven time.
Okay.
So thoughts on Young Justice coming back?
Not to be a naysayer, but there's no release date on there. There's no cast attached.
Don't you destroy my heart.
I'll believe it when I get some more hard evidence. I thought the image was great of the Outsiders. And they best signed Nefessa Williams to voice Thunder.
Right.
Or that's a missed opportunity. But I'm trying not to get too hype on it because I feel like I've been hype on Young Justice coming back for a long time. And it's been a process. And I understand that it's a complicated process, but I guess cautious optimism is where I come down on it.
Okay, and one more. I gotta go with it. All right, thoughts on Teen Titans having a final season?
Oh, I hadn't heard about that.
Oh yeah, their Adult Swim has bought the rights, and they're gonna do like a TV 14 like season 6 to wrap up the original Teen Titans series.
Great. That's the stuff that I'll get legitimately out of my head excited for.
Oh man, yeah, if that's what Samurai Jack opened up the gate for, awesome. Yeah. I'm in, totally in.
I loved the new Samurai Jack.
I truly love the original Teen Titans way more than Young Justice. Sorry to all the Young Justice stans. I know that's the more impactful show. And Teen Titans Go is transcending them both, but that's very exciting.
I hadn't heard that. That's interesting.
Yeah, but again,
Believe it when you see it.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Right now they're saying 2019. They're saying late fall of 2019 is what they're thinking. They've
so
at least
far
purchased
away.
The rights.
That's good though. That's more. That's more than when someone says, "I want to play." Who was the last person? Ben Schwartz being like, "I want to play Plastic Man," and I'm like, "You'd probably be great. Let me know when you sign your contract."
Right. Yeah. No, I freaked out when I heard that. My wife did too, because like Teen Titans is one I didn't mention, but like Teen Titans was one of the like seminal cartoons for me as a kid. That and Justice League when it was on too, because like Justice League, the cartoon introduced me to all of these classic storylines that I had no clue until I watched the cartoon. And then I went back and found the books and read those, and now I am who I am, which is a comic hoarding monster.
They do a really good job, I think, at distilling the Terra storyline down. I think.
Yeah, it was only like 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's so good. So good.
It's amazing. So all this to say, y'all go watch cartoons. They're amazing. I didn't even bring up Batman Beyond. But
I didn't bring up Arthur, but I used to love Arthur.
Batman Beyond, man. I'm in on that.
If they would do another Batman Beyond, I'm good. I haven't read any of the books in the latest years.
Talk about a cartoon that I'm insanely surprised they haven't adapted to live action. That one blows me away.
Will Friedle would probably come back and still do the voice. He sounds the same.
Yeah, he does. I love it so much. I have that one too, sitting on my shelf, to just pop in whenever, because it's not quite as good as the animated series, but it's up there. It's just about on par. So, hey, if you haven't watched Batman Beyond, go do it. What are you doing with your life, you goof? Stop making money, sitting at that desk in that cubicle. Do what I did. Quit your job with no backup plan, and then just watch cartoons and start a podcast. It's really, really lucrative, let me tell you. I'm
it's
definitely
just that easy, kids.
Not wallowing in debt. Definitely not. So podcasting, it's the most lucrative business there is. So I just thought a little PSA there at the end, share that with y'all, just in case you're ever interested. But with all that being said, we're going to wind it down. So if you would like to send us a topic for discussion, you have a mental health check-in, or you have anything else on your mind, I'll remind you again, we're not professionals, but you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. You can follow us over on Twitter at @isthisunderscoreadulting. You can find us on Facebook, either at our page or in our discussion group, the Is This Adulting Best Friends. And if you just don't mind helping spread the word by subscribing, rating, and reviewing, as we try to normalize the conversation on mental illness and be goofy in the process, that is definitely something that helps out. We would like to thank the Collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Jason, Ashley, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it so much. Y'all's show is legitimately one of the first podcasts I ever listened to.
Did we set you down the wrong path of podcasting? What happened here?
We said
At some point, I
podcasting
was like,
for
I wanna
fun
do
and
that.
profit.
I knew it. I was like, they're rolling in money, and
Yeah.
I have to be that.
Dreams.
I don't have
know,
a car,
right?
guys.
So I didn't for a long time. Before we go, do you want to remind everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find us all over the internet. We're on YouTube at Jawin, Jawiin. That's also Jason's social handle everywhere that internet people are found. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Ashley V. Robinson. Our podcast is Geek History Lesson at geekhistorylesson.com. And the trade paperback collection of our fantastic average 8 out of 10 star rating comic series, Jupiter Jet, is in stores on May 30th if you're in the Los Angeles area. We're doing signings, so follow us and check that out. It's a 16-year-old girl with a jetpack fighting bad guys. Think Kim Possible meets the Rocketeer. And we would dearly love if you were going to support anything of ours if you chose to support Jupiter Jet.
It's so good.
That covers it.
Yeah.
You're also doing a really cool thing, Ashley, that you told me about, called Pen Bomb.
Oh, that's right. That's another thing. We do so many things, guys. We're professional dilettantes. Pin Bomb, real quick, thank you for sticking around. If you like to be clean and if you like to collect things, then I've got your back. Pin Bomb is luxury, vegan, all-natural, handmade by me bath bombs paired with cool enamel pins designed by Jason. Our first one is Sherlock Holmes, the Blue Carbuncle Bomb, based on, of course, the classic story. Includes a 1 in 50 Sherlock Holmes enamel pin. There's only 50, so if you're a collector, if you like being clean, if you like treating yourself in your best Parks and Rec life, then go to pinbomb.com and check that out.
Awesome. Yeah, I just thought about that and I was like, ooh, plug that, because every picture I've seen, those things are awesome. The pins are beautiful.
Thank you. Good job, Jason.
I sure can draw a cartoon.
That's the dream. I wish I could draw a cartoon. Anyway, that's going to do it for us this week on Is This Adulting? I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, Chris.
I've been your best friend, Ashley.
And I've been your super best friend, Jason.
Nice.
Oh, super. And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. They may be on the reality show Survivor, and no host want to kiss them. It's so unfortunate.
They don't hug anyone who's been on Survivor. They're all sweaty and dirty.
Well, you can hug them. Just wait until they bathe first.
They've been near the ocean. I don't like it. I'm scared.
Okay.
All right, have a good week.
Bye.